The episode opens with Kirigashima, a high school student, reflecting on her hometown, Kuruzu-cho, a small coastal town perpetually shrouded in mist. She narrates that, on the surface, the town seems peaceful, but something dark and insidious lurks beneath. As Kiri walks through the narrow, foggy streets, the camera lingers on subtle, unsettling details, the way water ripples in concentric circles, spirals forming in plants, and swirling smoke rising from chimneys. These spirals seem almost alive, as if the town itself is twisting and warping under a hidden force. Kiri is on her way to meet her boyfriend, Shuichi Sato. When they meet near the edge of town by a gloomy forest, he looks tired, as though he hasn't slept in days, and his face is tense with anxiety. He confides in Kiri about his father's dangerous obsession with spirals, explaining that what once started as a simple fascination has spiraled out of control. Mr. Sato spends hours collecting anything resembling a spiral snail shells, pottery, even architectural motifs. His obsession is consuming him and starting to affect the family. As Shuichi speaks, a strange wind sweeps through the trees, and Kiri notices small whirlpools forming in the nearby stream. He warns Kiri that something supernatural is happening, and that the spirals are not just shapes, they have power. Later, Kiri visits her father's pottery shop, where she unexpectedly finds Mr. Sato deeply entranced by the pottery wheel. He is fixated on the spiral patterns being created as he spins the clay. There's something deeply unsettling about his vacant stare as he traces the spirals, consumed by their allure. Kiri shrugs it off, thinking it's just strange behavior and nothing more. At school, Kiri reconnects with her friend Akane, who has developed a peculiar spiral-shaped scar on her forehead. Akane laughs it off, calling it her lucky charm and joking that since getting it, her crushes seem to notice her more. But Kiri feels uneasy, sensing that the scar is more than just a coincidence. When she introduces Akane to Shuichi later, his reaction is immediate and severe. He grabs Kiri and pulls her away, telling her in a panicked whisper that Akane is already showing signs of the Uzumaki, the spiral curse. He warns that her spiral scar will grow and that the curse will warp her, just like it did to his father. Later, as they observe Akane behaving strangely, it becomes clear that her scar is transforming into a growing spiral. Meanwhile, the spiral disease continues to spread throughout the town, with one of Kiri's classmates developing a spiraling mark on his back that expands grotesquely. As the spiral's influence grows, Shuichi's father meets a tragic end while attempting to twist his body into a spiral shape inside the bathtub. Shuichi reveals that he and his mother were on the verge of admitting him to a hospital due to his father's obsession. At the cremation, the smoke rises in the shape of a massive spiral, haunting Shuichi's mother and driving her into madness, leading her to attempt to slice off her fingertips, convinced that the spirals are embedded in her skin. On her way back from the hospital, Kiri encounters Akane again, but her friend is barely recognizable. The spiral scar has grown, consuming nearly half of Akane's face. She approaches Shuichi, asking a nearby schoolboy for help and promising to date him in return. In a horrifying twist, Akane sucks him into the growing spiral on her forehead, his body contorting as he disappears into the vortex. As Kiri watches in horror, she sees Shuichi hiding in a large tree, overwhelmed by the grotesque scene. Akane's transformation is complete as her body is consumed entirely by the spiral. Kiri realizes that the darkness in their town is just beginning, and they are on the brink of a deeper nightmare. The episode closes with a wide shot of Kuruzu-cho, fog rolling through the streets. In the sky above, ominous spirals begin to form in the clouds, hinting at the town's transformation into a twisted epicenter of the curse. It's clear that it's only a matter of time before everything is consumed by the spirals. Hey there, fellow thrill seekers. If you found yourself holding your breath through that spine-tingling journey into the world of spirals and shadows, don't just ghost by, make your presence known. Hit that subscribe button and give us a thumbs up. Your support is like a protective charm against the dark forces lurking in the fog. Join our growing community of curious minds, and let's dive deeper into more chilling tales and mysterious adventures together. Who knows what other twists and turns await? Don't miss out, click that bell to stay in the loop, or you might find yourself tangled in a spiral of your own.